University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, it's time to frack with the student mind. Whichever team yields the more riches will return to play in the second round. Now, making its debut in this competition, St Peter's is a babe in arms compared to most Oxford colleges, having been founded fewer than 100 years ago as a hostel by Francis Chavasse, the former Bishop of Liverpool, to provide a university education for students of limited means. It became a full college of the university in 1961 and admitted women from 1979. Former Peterites include the Governor of the Bank of England, Mark Carney, the TV cook, Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall, and that glorious figure of English literature, the Reverend W. Awdry, creator of Thomas the Tank Engine. Its master is the former controller of Radio 4, Mark Damaser, who viewers may remember captained the winning team in our Christmas series for grown-ups. Plenty for tonight's team to live up to then. Representing around 470 students with an average age of 20, let's meet the St Peter's team.
Hello, I'm John Armitage from Lancaster and I'm currently reading mathematics.
Hi, I'm Ed Roberts, I'm from London and I'm studying history.
And their captain.
Hello, I'm Gabriel Trueblood, I'm from London and I'm studying medicine.
Hello, I'm Spike Smith, I'm from Maidenhead and I'm reading mathematics.
Now, the University of Sussex has done well in this contest in the past, having been series champions twice, although, as the second occasion was 45 years ago, their attempt to secure a hat-trick has lacked some sense of urgency. With a campus designed by Sir Basil Spence, it was one of the wave of new universities established in the 1960s and quickly earned itself a reputation for radicalism, which it appears to have retained, with stories of student protests and subsequent arrests appearing in the press in recent months. Past students include the novelists Ian McEwan and Philippa Gregory, the politicians Hilary Benn, Ben Bradshaw and Peter Hain, and the comedians Bob Mortimer and Frankie Boyle, with an average age of 30, representing around 12,000 students. Let's meet the Sussex team.
Hello, my name's Tom Whitehurst. I'm from Rhyl in North Wales and I'm studying for an MSc in Cognitive Neuroscience.
Hello, I'm David Spence. I'm originally from Leicester and I'm studying for an MSc in Scientific Computation.
And this is their captain.
Hello, I'm Joss MacDonald. I'm from Romsey in Hampshire and I'm studying for a BA in History and Politics.
Hello, my name's Matthew Dean. I'm from Birmingham and I'm studying for a BA in Philosophy.
Usual rules, 10 points for starters, 15 for bonuses. Fingers on the buzzers, here's your first starter for 10. What short adjective links a tea lighter in body than green tea, the Beatles' 9th official album?
St Peter's Smith.
White.
White is correct, yes. The first set of bonuses are on the sun and the moon, St Peter's. And God made two great lights, great for their use to man, the greater to have rule by day, the less by night altern. These are lines from which epic poem originally published in 1667?
Paradise Lost.
Correct. In Shakespeare's The Tempest, which character reminds Prospero that he once taught him how to name the bigger light and how the less that burned by day and night?
Caliban.
Correct. In which of Charles Dickens's novels does the oleaginous preacher Chadban speak of the light that is the ray of rays, the sun of suns, the moon of moons, the star of stars? It is the light of truth.
Bleak House.
Correct. 10 points for this. Ismet Inonu became the second president of which country in 1938? His predecessor had introduced a modified Latin alphabet in place...
Sussex Dean.
Turkey.
Correct. He succeeded Ataturk, and your first set of bonuses, Sussex, are on a Prime Minister. Safety first is a slogan associated with which Prime Minister, born in Worcestershire in 1867?
Stanley Baldwin.
Correct. According to the Dictionary of National Biography, safety first is the least appropriate slogan for his career. He did not play safe over the coalition in 1922, tariffs in 1923, the political levy and coal subsidy in 1925, and which event of 1926?
General strike. The general strike.
Correct. The DNB notes that the slogan "Safety First" was intended to contrast with the poor reputation of which earlier Prime Minister?
Bonar Law, maybe? Bonar didn't have a good reputation. Andrew Bonar Law?
No, it was David Lloyd George. 10 points for this. In fluid mechanics, what term denotes the formation of vapour bubbles in a fluid whose pressure is less than the vapour pressure, as caused, for instance, by...
Sussex Spence.
Cavitation?
Correct. These bonuses are on cloud type Sussex. A rare form of stratospheric cloud, mainly observed in Scotland and Scandinavia, iridescent clouds have what alternative name after the inner layer of the shell of some molluscs?
Mantle, is it? Could be mantle.
Could be mantle, yeah. Yeah. Mantle?
No, it's mother of pearl or nacreous clouds. Sometimes described as a stack of pancakes, what word describes cloud formations in the troposphere that have been offered as an explanation for some UFO sightings?
I have no idea. No, sorry, no idea.
Lenticular, lens-like. Polar mesospheric clouds are luminous clouds occasionally seen at night in summer in high altitudes and are also known by what name, from the Latin for night and shine?
Oh, that's Greek. Noctilucent.
Noctilucent?
Noctilucent is correct, yes. Right, 10 points for this. They had on their side three things that the English public never forgives: youth, power and enthusiasm. These words of Oscar Wilde refer to which group of artists and writers formed in the 1840s?
St Peter's Trueblood.
Pre-Raphaelites.
Correct. Right, St Peter's, you get 3 bonuses on terms used in critical theory. Firstly, a general term denoting a decline in cultural standards. Which word was first used in its aesthetic sense in Théophile Gautier's 1868 preface to Baudelaire's collection Les Fleurs du Mal?
Degeneration.
No, it's decadence. Adding the DE prefix to a Freudian term gives a word denoting which process whereby art is rendered banal and powerless. It was explored by Herbert Marcuse in his 1964 work One-Dimensional Man.
Deconstruction.
No, it's desublimation. And finally, in his sceptical approach to the possibility of coherent meaning, Jacques Derrida adapted the name of the reading strategy deconstruction from terms used by which German philosopher born in 1889?
Is that Wittgenstein? I think it was about the time. Wittgenstein.
No, it's Heidegger. We're going to take a picture round now. In a moment, you'll see a map of northern England. For 10 points, give me the name of the confectionery associated with the marked location.
Sussex MacDonald.
Eccles cake?
Eccles cake is correct, yes. Right, for your bonuses, you're going to see 3 more locations in northern England associated with a cake or confection. For 5 points, name the product in each case. Firstly, for 5, A.
Kendal mint cake.
Correct. Secondly, B.
Bakewell tart.
Correct. And finally...
No, I don't know. No, we don't know.
They're Pontefract cakes. 10 points for this. What ductile and malleable mineral is a naturally occurring alloy, primarily of gold, usually with at least 20% silver and smaller...
St Peter's Trueblood.
Electrum.
Correct. Right, this set of bonuses, St Peter's, are on an artistic medium. Citing David Octavius Hill and Julia Margaret Cameron, among others, the critic Walter Benjamin claimed that the prime of which art form occurred in its first decade?
Poetry.
No, it's photography. In the ontology of the photographic image, the film critic André Bazin claimed that what art form had been forced to offer us illusion, but now its practitioners had been freed from the resemblance complex?
Painting.
Correct. Which French literary critic claimed that while writing Camera Lucida, he was overcome by an ontological desire and wanted to learn at all cost what photography was in itself?
Pass.
That's Roland Barthes. Right, 10 points for this. Which Babylonian king was overthrown by the Persians in 539 BC? The eve of his...
St. Peter's True Blood.
Belshazzar.
Correct, yes. That gives you the lead, St. Peter's, and these bonuses are on cosmology. In cosmology, a constant named after which astronomer relates the proper distance to a galaxy to its recessional velocity?
Hubble.
Correct. Observations of what kind of astrophysical object provided evidence in 1998 that the expansion of the universe is accelerating?
I think that was quasars, wasn't it? What would you say? Quasars.
No, it's supernovae. Usually denoted by the Greek letter lambda, what term in the Einstein field equations can explain this expansion?
Redshift. Redshift.
No, it's the cosmological constant. 10 points for this. Which physicist gives his name to a law stating that the rate of cooling of a body is proportional to the temperature difference between the body?
St. Peter's Smith.
Isaac Newton.
Correct. Right, these bonuses are on monoliths, St. Peter's. Thought to be one of the largest monoliths in Asia, Savandurga in Karnataka state is around 60 kilometres west of which major city?
Delhi.
No, it's Bangalore. To the nearest whole kilometre, what is the circumference of Uluru, or Ayers Rock, in Australia's Northern Territory? You can have a kilometre either way.
How long do you reckon it is? 6 or 7? What do you think? 6.
No, it's 9. Men Omborth, or the Logan Rock, is a large granite rocking stone near Treen in which British county?
Any suggestions? Lincolnshire.
No, it's Cornwall. 10 points for this. How he lives beggars belief, constantly nicking old foreign necklaces. This sentence begins a mnemonic for the symbols of which well-known scientific progression? The number of words in the mnemonic totals 118.
Sussex Dean.
Chemical elements.
Anyone like to buzz from St. Peter's?
St. Peter's True Blood.
Periodic table.
Correct. Right, these bonuses are on religious movements, St. Peter's. In his System of Positive Polity, published in the 1850s, which French pioneer of sociology attempted to institute a religion of humanity without God or the supernatural?
Pass.
It's Auguste Comte. Secondly, respecting the freedom of the individual, which spiritual science was founded in the years before the First World War by the Austrian thinker Rudolf Steiner?
Could that be humanism? Do you have any better ideas? Humanism? Any better ideas? Humanism.
There's anthroposophy. And finally, called the wickedest man in the world by the British press, which English occultist founded the cult of Thelema in the early 20th century?
Aleister Crowley.
Correct. We're going to take a music round now. For your music starter, you'll hear a piece of classical music. 10 points if you can name the German composer, please.
St. Peter's True Blood.
Bach.
Bach is right, yes? That was a Yo-Yo Ma performance of the prelude to Bach's cello suites. It's received more than 10 million hits on YouTube. For your bonuses, 3 more pieces of classical music that have exceeded the million mark on YouTube. In each case, I want the piece and the composer. Firstly, the name usually given to this specific concerto by an Italian composer with over 5.7 million hits.
Spring by Vivaldi.
Correct. Secondly, the precise name of this movement by a French composer with over 1.8 million hits.
It's called Aquarium. It's a song. Sanson Aquarium.
Correct. And finally, this song by an Austrian composer with over 20 million hits.
Schubert Ave Maria.
Correct. 10 points for this. What does the novelist Justin Cartwright describe as a respite from being human? To Coleridge, it's a gentle thing beloved from pole to pole, while to Shakespeare, it's nature's soft nurse.
St Peter's True Blood.
Opium.
Nope. Sussex, one of you buzz?
Sussex Whitehurst.
Love.
No, it's sleep. 10 points for this. Chestnut mandibled and yellow ridged are among species of which tropical bird whose prominent bills can comprise up to 1/3 of their length?
St Peter's True Blood.
Toucan.
Toucan is correct. These bonuses are on climatic types, St Peter's. Which sea gives its name to a climate type that prevails on the western side of continents at around latitude 35 degrees? It's characterised by mild, wet winters and hot, dry summers.
Mediterranean.
Correct. Usually described as having a Mediterranean climate, the region known as the Matorral spans the central parts of which South American country?
Brazil.
No, it's Chile. Which major city of South Africa has a climate type usually identified as Mediterranean?
It's much more than that, though. It's either Cape Town, I think, or... Cape Town.
Correct. 10 points for this. Called the Moirae in Greek mythology.
St Peter's True Blood.
The Fates.
The Fates is correct, yes. These bonuses, St Peter's, are on August 1914. In August 1914, which country went to war with Plan 17, aimed at the recovery of lost territories? It was notably unsuccessful.
The French territories. Right? France.
Correct. Repulsing an attack on their territory, the Battle of Mount Sayre in mid-August 1914 was a decisive victory for which country?
Their territory. Austria-Hungary.
No, it was Serbia, their opponents. Which country declared war on Germany on August the 23rd, 1914?
Is that Russia? Do you think it's Russia? Russia.
No, it was Japan. 10 points for this. Give the two-word name of the short-lived republic founded in 1819 by Simón Bolívar that included much of present-day Panama, Venezuela, Ecuador and Colombia.
Sussex Dean.
Gran Canaria.
And I'm afraid that's wrong.
St Peter's True Blood.
Gran Colombia.
Gran Colombia is correct, yes. And I'm afraid I'm going to have to fine you 5 points. You just, as they say in America, misspoke. You get the points, St Peter's, you get the bonuses. They're on 16th century monarchs. In each case, listen to the pair of rulers and give the unique full decade during which both were on the thrones of their respective countries. Firstly, James IV of Scotland and Louis XII of France.
Got 1 in 10 chance for this, unless you've got a better idea. James IV. 1580s. 1580s.
No, it's the 1500s. Secondly, Gustav I, or Gustav Vasa of Sweden, and Henry VIII of England.
1520s.
No, it's the 1530s. Finally, Henry IV of France and Elizabeth I of England.
Does that count? Does that count as being 16th century? Well, actually, it could be 1600s, couldn't it? 1560s, 70s, what do you think? 1570s.
No, it's the 1590s. 10 points for this. Among the leptons of the standard model of particle physics, which has the shortest name and the greatest mass?
Sussex Dean.
Tau.
Tau is correct. These bonuses are on a given name, Sussex, located at the site where he was murdered in 1393 by King Wenceslas IV. A statue of St John of Nepomuk stands on the Charles Bridge in which capital?
Prague, is it? Charles Bridge, yeah. Prague.
Correct. Born in 1778, Johann Nepomuk Hummel is noted for a concerto in E major that is part of the standard repertoire of which instrument?
Cello?
No, it's the trumpet. Clemens Wenzel Nepomuk were the given names of which Austrian statesman, a prominent figure at the Congress of Vienna in 1815?
Metternich, perhaps. Yeah.
Metternich?
Metternich is correct, yes. Right, we're going to take a picture round now. For your picture starter, you'll see a photo of a scientist and inventor. 10 points if you can give me his name.
St Peter's True Blood.
Thomas Edison.
Nope. One of you like to buzz from Sussex?
Sussex MacDonald.
Niels Bohr?
No, it's John Logie Baird. OK, 10 points for this starter question, so picture bonuses in a moment or two. Three-letter words meaning transgression against divine law.
St Peter's True Blood.
Sin.
No, I'm afraid that's wrong. You lose 5 points. Space, interval or difference and source of a metal together form the name of which small, densely populated country?
Sussex Whitehurst.
Singapore.
Correct. Now, John Logie Baird appears on a list of famous Glaswegians compiled by Glasgow City Council. For your bonuses, 3 more names from that official list, 5 points for each figure you can name. Firstly, can you identify this architect and designer?
Yeah, Rennie Mackintosh.
Charles Rennie Mackintosh is right. Secondly, this literary figure.
No, no idea.
That's Liz Lockhead. And finally, this politician.
Donald Dewar.
Correct. 10 points for this. The name of the car manufacturer, Fiat, originated as an acronym incorporating the name of which Italian city?
Sussex Spence.
Turin.
Torino is correct, yes. Here's a set of bonuses on Latin America for you, Sussex. Which South American country is home to the highest mountain in the Western Hemisphere? I need the name of the country and the mountain, please.
Chile. Aconcagua in Chile.
Nominate Dean.
Aconcagua in Chile.
No, it's in Argentina, I'm afraid. You only got half of it right. Situated in Ecuador, what is the world's highest active volcano?
It's not Cotopaxi, is it? Should we say that?
Yeah, nominate Dean.
Cotopaxi.
Correct. More than 5,400 metres in height, Popocatépetl is an active volcano around 70 kilometres from which Latin American capital?
It's Mexico City.
Mexico City.
Correct. 10 points at stake and 5 minutes to go. In the Old Testament, who was successively the wife of Uriah the Hittite, the wife of King David?
St Peter's True Blood.
Bathsheba.
Bathsheba is right. These bonuses, St Peter's, are on zoology. The duck-billed platypus and the spiny anteater are both classified in which order of animals?
Mammals.
No, they're monotremes, monotremata. To which class do monotremata belong?
Mammals.
Correct. What feature of their reproductive process distinguishes monotremes from other mammals?
They lay eggs.
They lay eggs. Correct. 10 points for this. In materials science, what term is used to describe a fracture that takes place in a specimen without plastic deformation?
Sussex Spence.
Crack.
No, anyone like to buzz from St Peter's quickly?
St Peter's True Blood.
Hairline.
It's brittle. 10 points for this. Durdle Door and Lulworth Cove are features on which 95-mile-long stretch of coastline named after a geological...
Sussex Spence.
Jurassic Coast.
The Jurassic Coast is right. These bonuses, Sussex, are on Olympic venues named after a 3rd-century emperor. Which ancient baths in Rome were the venue for the 1960 Olympic gymnastic events?
3rd century. Constantine, maybe.
Constantine.
No, it's Caracalla. And secondly, the diving events of the 1992 Olympics were staged in a venue on the Montjuic Hill, giving commanding views of which host city below it?
Barcelona.
Correct. Horse Guards Parade at the end of St James's Park in central London was the venue for which event of the 2012 Olympics?
Beach volleyball.
Correct. 10 points for this. What links Winston Smith's residence in 1984, May the 8th, 1945, and Nelson's flagship at the Battle of Trafalgar?
St Peter's True Blood.
The letter V.
Yeah, we were looking for the word, but you're quite right. V does link them all. V for victory. Well done. Right, you get a set of bonuses then, St Peter's. They're on a descriptive term. What name is given to a musical note that is raised or lowered by one or two semitones from the key signature, marked by a sharp, flat or natural sign?
Accidental.
Correct. Whose accidental death appears in the title of a 1970 play by the Nobel Prize-winning author Dario Fo?
Pass.
It's an anarchist. In the title of a work by 2001, whom did the US journalist David Kaplan describe as the accidental president?
21. George W. Bush. George W. Bush.
Correct. 10 points at stake for this. Answer as soon as your name is called. How many litres are there in 1 cubic metre?
Sussex Spence.
1,000.
Correct. You get a set of bonuses this time. On pre-20th century works of practical philosophy, firstly for 5 points, an exponent of Stoic philosophy. Which Roman emperor of the 2nd century used imperfection and the acceptance of things as they are as the theme of his meditations?
Marcus Aurelius?
Correct. In the 1841 essay Self-Reliance, which US literary figure advised, insist on yourself, never imitate?
1851. Yeah, no, don't know.
It was Ralph Waldo Emerson. In his autobiography, which US founding father argued that a person's character could become noble through constant self-assessment?
Franklin?
Benjamin Franklin is right. 10 points for this. What general type of structure links the titles of novels by Ian Banks, Thornton Wilder and Robert James Waller?
St Peter's True Blood.
Bridge.
Bridge is correct, yes. These bonuses are on country code top-level domain names, for example, .uk. In each case, give the 6-letter word formed by concatenating the 2-letter internet TLDs of the 3 countries listed. Firstly, Sierra Leone, Indonesia and Spain.
Slides.
No, it's slides. Slides isn't the word. Secondly, Germany, Mauritius and Réunion. And at the gong. Sussex have 150, St Peter's College, Oxford have 205. I thought you could have taken that at one point in this contest, but 150 may well, Sussex, be a high enough score to come back as one of the highest-scoring losers. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see what happens in the rest of the contest. St Peter's, many congratulations to you. That's a terrific score. We shall look forward to seeing you in round 2. Thank you very much for joining us. Many congratulations. I hope you can join us next time for another first-round match. But until then, it's goodbye from Sussex University.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from St Peter's College, Oxford.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.